What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are. Let me get it together because it's the first 15 minutes of this episode, and wow, wow. Okay, girl, we back for Power Book 3, Raising Canaan, Season 2, Episode 8. A House Is Not a Home. Girl, we start the episode off Gonzo ass Marco's partner who shot Marco. Girl, he out here bleeding to death, and he decided to go ahead. He said, "Listen, I can't stay up in that picture coop because this shit hurt too bad. It hurt too bad, and I feel like I'm dying, girl. I feel like I'm dying." I said, "Honestly, it's what you deserve, but hey, that's neither here nor there. I don't wish that for nobody, but I'm just saying." So, he wound up stumbling into the hospital. Okay, and you know they got to report gunshot wounds and all of that stuff or whatever. Baby, I don't even know if he made it to the emergency room. He just opened up that door. I said, "What time of night is it?" Because that, and what area is this emergency room? Because that emergency room was quite sparse. Okay, it wasn't barely nobody up in there. Now, see, when I go to the emergency room, it's always late at night, and that bitch be packed for whatever fucking reason, no matter which hospital it was, okay? So I had questions, And then he just said, "Listen, I'm about to die." I said, "For real?" And he passed out. Baby, the way they came over there with no urgency to come check him, I said, "He a white guy too, check him." Y'all said, "Nah, I can see what he is. He one of them gangsters. He's one of them thugs. So therefore, he could just do what he gotta do." Okay, expire. But anyway, you get that, and it goes from that scene to Rock being up in what's his name, famous building. I said, "What's going on?" And I said, "Bitch, here you go, girl." She knocked on Miss Palomar. Okay, Miss Pedophile. Girl, did y'all see that shit? I think it was on the Neighborhood Talk. Talking about somebody that's out here being a goddamn pedophile that is a woman. Y'all, we can't even keep our kids to school, okay? It's one thing, you gotta look out for the men teachers doing the shit to the kids, and now you gotta look out the women teachers. And I want people to give the women the same goddamn energy we give the men, because it's all disgusting and it's all messed up. This lady, 27 years old, was out here sending freaking news of her vagina and all this stuff, and her sucking on a goddamn beer bottle, deep throating it to 17-year-olds and all this shit. I'm just sitting here and just all this explicit text message and stuff. I said, lock that bitch up. And don't give her no 2 years. Give her more than that, okay? Give her like what you would give the goddamn men. Give that shit equal, okay? We gonna be equality on that bitch. But anyway, Miss Rocky knocked on that door. Bam, 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 bam. And I said, "Ooh, bitch, I know you hear that shit." And Palomar, she was like, first of all, Rock said, "This Rock, Kanan's mama." I said, "Girl, what? You announced yourself? I would have let that bitch be surprised." And I'm surprised Palomar came to the door. She came to the door and she had this stunned look on her face, and then she tried to clear it up like, "Bitch, I ain't scared." Okay? You saw her interchange, right? She was like, "What's up?" She was like, "So I hear you up here. Don't you ever fucking touch my son again." Okay? She was like, "Girl, I don't know what you're talking about." First of all, she was like this. Then she was like, "Girl, I don't know what you're talking about." She was like, "I know everything because your daughter told me all of that stuff. And then I did a little bit of research and I did ask around about you and couldn't find out, bitch, you've been doing this shit for a minute. Fucking off on young boys." I said, "Lock this predator ass bitch up." Okay? We knew this bitch was disgusting. Your daughter threw goddamn milk on your ass and you still fuck. You ain't even go in the bathroom and take a shower and get that goddamn spoiled ass milk off your body. You went on ahead and let it crust up. I said, "You nasty bitch." She said, "Listen, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about." Baby, Rock pulled that gun out. She said, like I fucking said, "I'm gonna kill your ass if I hear you talking to my son again." She was like, "You got that?" I said, "Oh, we scared now, bitch. We scared now." And I still feel like she probably gonna try to fuck off on him. But cause it takes more than one time sometimes for people to get the goddamn message. Speaking of Canaan, he on a bus stop. Next thing you know, Scrap Mama see him and she do a U-turn. Girl, she did that, she whipped that whip and she was basically like, "Listen, I need you to go up there and you talk to your mama and tell her, listen, we need to get down to the bottom of how my son died. Because listen, He ain't commit no suicide. He ain't put no bullet in his own head. Somebody else did that. Well, you know that's what the cop said. I don't give a fuck what no cop said. Okay, we know that. My son wasn't no person that's gonna do no shit like that. And I feel like the people that y'all done took him from, y'all done took him from me. And y'all ain't having no urgency about how the fuck to find out what's happening. So you need to talk to Rock and tell her she need to do something before I do. I said, oh, that's because Rock did it herself. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Marvin is up here sweating bullets because Unique getting up in his head about the fact that, Marco is dead. But, since this was an off the book situation, the family not gonna know what's going on and that Marvin had anything to do with it. The only person that knows that Marvin had something to do with it actually is Unique, okay? And I don't know, and I can't remember if Marco told Gonzo what was going on. And if he did, Unique was putting that fire up in here and that fear in here, because at first, Marvin was like, it's cool, whatever, anybody know about it. He was like, but listen, the partner still alive. And unless we see a body, you know how it is out here in the streets. That motherfucker's still alive. I said, damn, that is kind of true. Unless we see that body pop up, you just don't know. So don't take it for word. You know what I'm saying? You got to go investigate yourself. Me, goddamn wise, I said, you get this scene with Lou popping up on the dude that was kicking it with Crown in his that's from the radio station, and Ziza all up on his arm and everything. I'm sitting here like, girl, I think she a little bit more crazier than Jessica. And she might be low speed, but then she might be a little bit much. Because this scene, I was a little concerned. I said, what is going on, sis? Listen, he pulled up on our boy and he said, where my spins at? He was like, excuse me, that's your artist right there? Oh, maybe you need to bring her upstairs or whatever and show old boy what you got or whatever. Give him a little bit of more incentive. Basically saying, let him fuck old dude to get the, get the track on the song, on the radio. And it was like, and I deal with Crown. Crown know how shit rolls. And he was like, well, you going to be dealing with me because Crown on vacation. And it was like, you know what? When he said that shit about Ziza, all of a sudden he pulled out the gun. He knocked his ass out. He hit him to the point that old boy had to open up his mouth automatically, and Luke put that gun up in his mouth. And then Ziza was like, I said, what? Jessica would never. On the one hand, I was like, girl, I probably would have been hyping my man up too. You see that's my motherfucking man. He got you up here like a little bitch. Okay? But then at the same time, I probably would have just been staying still and being quiet like, that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga right there, but I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Be hard with it. I said, girl, you having too much fun with this. Cartier don't let you do this stuff? All right. He said you're going to have this record on the goddamn radio back to back, back to back. And speaking of Cartier, he up there having lunch or dinner with Rock again. And he on the phone with Tremont. And basically, Tremont man got busted for having a little gun or whatever. And he need the lawyers to get him out. And he was like, no, you got to let them sweat it out or whatever. Let them know they place. And at this point in time, I feel like the way that Cartier be treating these niggas, okay, he treating people as if he the big done daughter and they wouldn't be shit without him and they gonna be shit when he not there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here like, you don't treat the people with respect. I know this is a street game, but he just doing a little bit too much. And I feel like he might have an uprising on his hand. And now Rock gonna be the leader of that bitch. Because she's sitting there. You heard he was on that phone with Tremont. And you see Rock sat there that whole time looking and listening. Didn't say nothing. I said, I know what that is. Meanwhile, let's just get to this part. Jukebox, or I should say Laverne went over there to her mama's house. She rings the doorbell. First of all, Marvin was calling around. Marvin was calling around trying to see if where Gonzo at. He can't get no answer, so now he getting pissed. But let's just get back to this. Jukebox, Laverne shows up to her mama's place, rings the doorbell. She said, who is this? She was like, it's Laverne. She's like, okay, come up. Now, when she go upstairs, Laverne is already standing in the hallway. I said, why are we outside standing in the hallway? And she was like, what's up, mama? Why you, what's so important that you got me here that I had to miss school? She was like, this more important than school. I said, excuse me, what is more important than school? Because, bitch, this whole season, we ain't never seen them up in the classroom yet. Mind you, we at least saw them up in the lunchroom in the season 1. We ain't seen that. Okay, we ain't seen a backpack of 3. I said, that had books in it. I mean, Canaan had drugs in his backpack, but other than that, we ain't seen nothing else. I said, what is going on? She walk up in there, and it's a bunch of people up in there. And I said, not the church. And instantly, I knew exactly what was about to happen. I ain't been to church, but I knew what was going to happen. This was a form of conversion therapy that was about to go on. And so this whole time, this whole entire time, we thought that, and even Laverne, I'm pretty sure Laverne probably thought that she was fooling her mama, and we thought that Miss Kenya didn't know nothing about her daughter's sexuality, right? And I'm just sitting here like, so how did she know? Did Laverne tell her? And they sit her down, and you got all these people up in that apartment. Sit her down, and it could be an exaggeration, but, you know, I've heard about conversion therapy camps and stuff like that, and this most likely is a very mild case. But for you as a parent, as whoever, to put a child or a person through this, and you actually think that that person is going to come out and actually love you the same and respect you the same, bitch, I would never fucking talk to you again. If you fucking get hurt, you just got hurt. If you fucking die, bitch, I will spit and piss on your grave. That's just how it is. Because how do you sit there and allow these goddamn men, grown-ass men, to put their hands on your daughter, your child, and holding her head, doing all this stuff, cast the demon out. We got to make you pure. We got to make you to your true self. Okay? And all up in her face. And I said, Kenya, you literally just got this girl back, and you finna turn her away from you? Her daddy choked her up already doing this shit because she gay and she can't be who she want to be. She thinking that you gonna accept her because she wearing a dress and she got her head down. Come the fuck to find out, you can't accept her for who the fuck she is. And you doing all this shit. I said, Jukebox, come the fuck on back. I said, Jukebox, it's time to fucking rise up. Now, when they pulled that TV out, and it was Kenya that was like, so happy. Baby, I'm about to make you your true self. I said, no, bitch. No, Latoya. No, Latoya, girl. I was so goddamn mad. I was so mad. I was sitting here about to cry. I wanted to cry so bad because, oh my goodness, because, you know, it's, and y'all don't understand, like, people go through this. And I'm so thankful that I didn't have to go through no shit like this. I didn't have to deal with the people demonizing me. I didn't have to deal with nobody calling me a gay slur. I ain't have to deal with my family disowning me or nothing like that. And this is in the early 90s, right after the AIDS situation came. Oh my God. And I'm just sitting here like, what? When they rolled that TV out, and then I said, are we finna look at porn? What is going on? I said, this is the church. Y'all talking about filthy shit getting casting out. So you want us to look at the porn and the man and the woman doing their thing, and then when they showed the 2 girls slapped her hand. I mean, took that with a step. And at that moment, Kenya should have said, stop this shit. Stop this shit, okay? But bitch, at that moment, Miss Laverne, you should have buck loose. You should have buck loose, bitch. Jukebox should have came out. What the fuck? Okay? Listen, hell no. Hell no. That shit made me mad. I'm sitting there, and then you hear 50 Cent narrating like, y'all was wondering how come Jukebox came the way that she became so cold-hearted. Well, it wasn't my story to tell. So there you go. I said Jukebox really has the most fucked up storyline. One of the most fucked up storylines in this whole show. I did not see this shit turning this way. I had a feeling that the mama was going to find out, but I did not think that she was going to do this. We knew she was in the church, but I didn't think she was going to do this, okay? Jukebox went to just trying to boost fucking clothes, getting in love for the first time, losing her love to the family crack, okay? And then her daddy choking her out, finding her mama thinking she got some solace in her mother and she got somebody that she can confide in and come to or whatever, and come to find out mama don't like that gay shit either. I said, ain't that about a bitch? Why y'all do this? So we get Howard. Howard said, I am done playing with this bitch Burke, okay? Because she is getting on my goddamn nerves at this point. He go tell the chief, listen, she investigated me. Now, she's supposed to be looking at the shooting or whatever, but she looking at my old cases and all this stuff. And you know the cops don't like when people look at their old stuff. That's crossing the goddamn line. And he was like, I mean, I talked to her about that, but you know, she already in deeper trouble because you know that Nicole girl, you know her mama ain't letting up. Now her daddy in on it thinking that, you know, she the one that was out here, got something to do with her death, and, you know, she out here supplying these girls with drugs and all this stuff. Baby, they try to make her sound like a predator too. I said, bitch, that's what Howard did. Remember at the end of the episode last week, Howard went over there to Nicole Daddy's house, okay? And I was like, what you over there for? Now we see what he was over there for. Planting the seed to get this bitch in trouble, to get her off his back. Understandable. So he was like, I'll talk to the lady. Now, when he finally do talk to her, first of all, why she look like that? She looked like one of these, Kanye West is crazy. Somebody just retweeted one of his tweets. Oh my God, that bitch has lost it. He said when he wake up, he going 3 on Jewish people. What the fuck? Wow. Are you serious? This motherfucker is about to be anti-Semitic? And y'all finna follow him. Oh my God. Anyway. Cut his shit off. Moving on from that. But no, what was I saying? She looked like one of them little cartoon characters, the way she was trying to look all intensely like she doing something or whatever. And then the chief was like, Bert, come here. And it was like, what you think this about? Howard said, I don't know. Maybe because he cutting overtime or whatever. That's probably what it's about. Who knows? So she go up in there, and dude basically told her, oh, quit investigating Howard. How you know about that? And that's not what I was really doing. I was like, yeah, I know what you was doing. I got eyes and ears everywhere, okay? You need to calm your ass down because the higher ups are looking at your ass as it is. So now she feels some type of way. Howard tried to play that shit coy like he ain't know what was going on, but he kind of gave himself away. I said you could have played it a little bit better, you know. But then we get to this whole situation with Canaan and Palomar. Baby, Canaan went over there to Famous Place, okay? He trying to understand why the hell you ain't been to school in 2 weeks. He said, listen, nigga, I overslept, okay? Famous give me Fat Joe. He gonna go to the death of him and say the N-word. Oh my goodness. Why walk from Black Ink Crew? We was going back and forth a couple of days ago. What was it? Today is Saturday when I'm doing this. We was going back and forth Thursday because that's when I was at work doing it. And I had tweeted something about, you know, Fat Joe, he just got on the Breakfast Club basically saying the reason why he say nigga is because, you know, he lived predominantly around black people and the black people used to call him nigga all the time, so he thought he was black. I said, what? And I'm sitting here like, okay, that could have been your reasoning back then, but you're a grown-ass man now and you know that ain't it. That ain't it. And I'm just sitting here like, so if a white person used that same excuse, it's okay too? Like, come on, we got to be real. We got to be real. And he just kept on going back and forth, and he was just being stupid. He was like, well, all the Latinas that I know or whatever, they dark skin. I said, well, dummy, it's black and white Hispanics. And if you don't claim I feel like if you Latin and you're Afro-Latina and you don't claim your African ancestry, you don't need to be saying the word either still, okay? I said people fight so hard to say that word, and honestly, we all shouldn't say the word, but we fucking do. But damn, come on now. Y'all want to be oppressed so fucking bad. the way that we are. With that connotation of what that word signifies. Girl, anyway. That's what famous give me. Famous gives me Fat Joe. Like, boy, I said, take your ass to class. I said, I was surprised Kanan asked that. I said, oh, so you are going to school? He said, yeah, I'm going to school or whatever. You know, I ain't missing all them days. My mama ain't finna let me miss some days or whatever. Famous said, but bitch, let me tell you, your moms came up here this morning, woke me up out my sleep and came at Miss Palomar. What's up, what you talking about? Yeah, she said that you ain't gonna be fucking him or nothing like that. And he took the blicky out. Took the blicky out and put it at her throat. And it was like, what? Katie was so fucking pissed. He go over there, Palomar, over the door. So she opened the door and he was like, you know, my bad for what my mama do. She ain't gonna do nothing. You know, she's just playing. You know, she ain't finna do nothing and everything like that. And she was like, listen, your mama said leave you alone. And I'ma just tell you this. I'ma leave you alone because I ain't finna play with her. Cause before I started fucking around with you, I knew who your mama was, and that's probably, if I admit it to myself, the reason why I kind of wanted to get with you or whatever. But at the end of the day, you come with a little bit too much baggage. You're a little too complicated. So what's gonna happen is this is no longer, okay? Close the door. I said, girl, what? I said, Katie, you should know right then and there that girl ain't want nothing from you but puss. I mean, dick. Okay, that's all that it was. And he just don't get it. And I'm glad that they had this scene that later on, you know, first of all, when he came back into Famous' apartment, Famous had went through his bag, talk about something. I thought it was, man, I was trying to do some homework. You ain't been to school in 2 weeks. What homework you trying to do? I'm pretty sure they said, baby, you can keep that homework. It don't even count against your grade. Okay, it's still a 0. You know. And he found the paternity test. Or according to him, why you got the daddy test? I said, boy, DNA. That's why you got to stay in school, because we call it DNA. And you could even call it Dana. But the daddy test, like, come on. It just sounds so really childish. And he was like, why you got a daddy test? Is it for DEF CON? You know that nigga your daddy or whatever? And I was like, you know, he hasn't looked at it yet, and I'm pretty sure he has looked at it now, because Rock had him meet him at the house, the new house. Mind you, she was in a car, and I think that she was on the phone trying to get old boy out. Remember the one that you know, Cartier was not trying to get out? Traymon's guy that got locked up for the weapons charge or whatever? Yeah, I think she was trying to arrange to get him out. Remember what I said? She finna fuck his shit up. She finna leave the charge to fuck his shit up. Meanwhile, you know, she had Kanan take the bus up there. Then Kanan is just pissed, and you can just see it. And I said he just don't understand. And I'm glad that they put this scene in, because this is literally how it is. You know, you're young. You're a man. Well, I ain't even gonna say a man. He's still a boy. He's a teen. Okay, you're not a fully grown man. And it's the double standard. You know what I'm saying? If a grown-ass man that was Palomar's age or whatever was doing something to a teenage girl that was 16 years old, 15, 16 years old, just like Kanan, and they got found out, oh, he's a rapist, he's doing all this stuff, stone his ass, lock his ass up, that's fucked up, she fast as fuck or whatever, all that shit, it would have been that. But see, when a woman does it to a grown woman, do it to a teenage boy, it's, yo, dog, you got that shit, I know that's right, I know it's accepted. And it shouldn't be that way. And that's what it is in his mind, you know what I'm saying? It's also the fact that he's pissed the fuck off at Rock, because he knows that this bitch has been keeping shit from him. And I'm pretty sure he seen that paternity test and seen that Howard is his daddy. Okay? And so, you know, he was like, I like the old house just fine. All right, fuck you mean. And was like, you know what? Why the fuck you go over to Palomar house and say that shit? Because the bitch is a fucking child rapist. That's what the hell she is. You ain't the first bitch that she did it to. And I'm a mother. So what you think I'm gonna do? He was like, you act like you done did this before. You been here before. It was like, that ain't got shit to do with it. If your mama had an issue with it because she's a grown-ass woman, she was like, listen, he said, she didn't do nothing to me that I didn't want her to do. It was like, I mean, you may feel like that now, but you'll probably feel something about it differently later on. And that's true. For some people, and it's what again, these kids don't realize, these boys sometimes, they don't understand that you literally were just sexually assaulted. Okay? You're not of age to give consent like that. You know what I'm saying? And she took advantage of you. This is a grown woman. But you got that aspect put on top with the fact that, bitch, you always fucking lying. Rock said, why the fuck it feel like you got something to say to me? Okay? I'm here to say it. I said, Rock, I said, fucking Kanan, you just like your goddamn mama. Y'all keep playing around the bush and shit. Put that shit on the fucking table. Okay? And tell a bitch, I fucking know that goddamn Howard is my goddamn daddy. You's a fucking whore. Okay? You know, get that little New York. I got New York a little bit. I feel like it was a little bit of Jersey too. But, you know, I tried. You know what I'm saying? I want Kanan to stop trying to look mad. Because he irks me with his mad face. Because this look like so forced. You know, I'd be like, put your mouth down. He'd be like, I'd be like, you know, stop that. You know, and meanwhile, speaking of kids, Sorelli, he having a little funeral, wake or whatever for Marco. Unique out there. Sorelli said, I want to find out whoever the fuck it was that was with my son and why the hell he was out there doing whatever he was doing. It was like, yo, I don't know who it was, but you know, they probably long gone or whatever. So I'm thinking Unique probably was gonna give up Marvin. But he didn't. But then later on, you know, they up at the bar. The other dude that was with Gonzo at the Catskills trying to take out Rock. Baby, mind you, his real name is Dominique on here. I'm just calling him Gonzo because his nose and he a little racist. He's a lot racist on this show. But you know, he came through the bar and he said, bitch, we done found who it was that was with him. Who was it? It was Dominique. It was like, this motherfucker. I said, Sorelli, you should have took him out then, before. I feel like I blame your ass, okay? You should have been knocked that nigga off, okay? But then we get to this part. Jukebox. It's jukebox again. Marvin pulls up to the house. And I think it's his house. I could be wrong. But either way, Marvin pulls up to the house. And we see Jukebox burning all of Laverne's clothes that her mama brought for her. Jukebox got the cornrows back in her hair. Jukebox got the polo back on. Jukebox got her khaki pants on. And I felt so fucking bad. And she's crying. And I almost felt like she was about to have a real moment with her daddy and like be more acceptable with the daddy. You know, kind of like crying to her. But I just feel like she's about to cry into him. And I feel as though, honestly, what he did was foul as fuck. But what Kenya did was actually worse. And let me explain why. Because for the longest, Marvin knew his daughter was gay. He knew Laverne Jukebox was gay. He just let her do what she wanted, and he just didn't want to face it. He didn't want to put a name on it. He didn't want to put a title on it. He didn't want to put it, like, see it closely in his face. He didn't see her with nobody else, so therefore it's okay. It's okay. But then when he saw the tape of her and Nicole and all them letters or whatever the fuck it was that he saw, that he figured out that she was gay, yeah, that kind of made him confront the fact that it was, and he couldn't accept that. He couldn't come to terms with that for whatever reason, and he put his hands on her. But this situation was different because I'm coming to you, a mother, a parent that I have not seen in all my years. And then you seem as though you accept me. And I'm coming to you because I'm literally trying to get that motherly love that I miss and get that shelter and acceptance and all that because my father, who I loved, put his hands on me and turned it to something that I don't know no more. Now I'm coming to you as an escapism, coming to you for help, coming to you as a safety net. And then you just destroyed the trust that I was trying to have with you. It was like a wolf in sheep clothing. You made me get comfortable with you, and then you turned around and you was trying to change me. And not only did you do that, you brought these people in to do this shit and forcibly do this shit to me. I never forget that shit. Laverne, it is just so fucking crazy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then Kanan go over there to Famous house because I be getting deep a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. It just be certain subjects just be really touching me, okay? Cause they ain't have to do jukebox story like this. God damn. I didn't know it was gonna be this heavy, bitch. Kanan went over there to Famous house because he said, listen, I'm finna stay with Fame for a few days. I gotta clear my head. I said, we do this at your age. Now see, shit be unrealistic. It be unrealistic because, bitch, black parents really be letting their kids just go off and do whatever the fuck it is that they want to do back in the day and today. Hell no. I don't know what type of parents y'all had. You know, mom, be in the house by the time I say be in the goddamn house. Or don't bring your ass back at all. And you ain't finna leave. You leave this motherfucking house. You pissed? Leave the house, bitch. Don't come back. I don't care. Baby, I be scared to do some shit. I gotta tell y'all the story. Let me tell you something. It was a few times when my cousins ran away and my sister ran away. Not the young one, the middle one. It was a mess. It was hilarious, but it was fucked up at the same time. But that's neither here nor there. I said, Kanan, tell your mama what's up. Fame ain't even at the crib. Let's hope that Fame ain't dead yet. I'm just saying, because you know it's heading that way. Baby Baselli, you know, he pissed off, okay? He pissed off that this nigga is still alive. Baby, he up in the, oh, my shoulder, what the hell? Girl, I just feel like my joints is just breaking the fuck down. What is going on? I got icy hot on that. I feel like an old bitch, okay? Let me tell you something. Calcium deficiency like a motherfucker, but hey, it is what it is. Gonzo, a.k.a. Dominic, he up in the bed. They said I lost so much blood. And I hadn't came in later, I would have died. And I'm just so sorry all this stuff happened. I said, sir, talk right, okay? All this, I felt like he was putting on, I ain't gonna lie. But basically, you know, Martin made it seem like he was on his side. Like, okay, it's cool, whatever. Now, what was the job? What was going on? What happened? He was like, yo, I was with Marco. I ain't know that this was the situation. You know, if I would have known that you didn't know what was going on and you didn't sanction this, I wouldn't have went. And it was like, what was he there for? He was doing the hit for that nigga bitch brother with the woolly. Let me tell you something, bitch. It is not funny. It is not funny. Racism is not funny. But baby, when he said that, now I knew the motherfucker was racist. But when he said that whole sentence full of goddamn racial epithets towards black people, I said, oh my God. I said, y'all laid it in on thick. Y'all done got every last word out there. I was sitting here like, that what? He said that woolly, dusty motherfucker nigger bitch. I said, wait a minute. I feel some type of way every time I hear nigga bitch, okay? I be like, what the fuck? Who came up with that? You know? So he was like, yo, when I get finished, just let me do something. Just let me do it. So he was like, listen, just focus on getting well, okay? He was like, send Sarah my regards, okay? My condolences, the mama, whatever, fine. So when they walked out the thing, girl, he told dude, you should have killed that nigger bitch when you was up there at the Catskills. I said, y'all gotta stop. Y'all have got to stop. I said, is all the Italians racist like this? I know that is a general question. I know most of them are not, but god damn. Okay. I said, well, it was like, make sure that motherfucker don't come out of this bitch alive. Baby, they went back up in there, and then they said, go ahead and get that bitch. All right. I said, oh my God, see, this is what happened. Rock, to be honest, this is all your fault. Because if you weren't trying to get up there in New Jersey and then encroaching on other people's territories and not leaving and want to be bad bitch boss or whatever, Marvin wouldn't been able to even reach out to Marco to even do no shit like this. I said, oh, Lord. You know, they went up in there and smothered old boy. I said it's about time he needed to go because he was a liability. Okay. Meanwhile, talking about Rock is trying to do her goddamn shopping, right? Mama looked like she was about to make an apple pie, probably an apple fritter. You know, black people make apple fritters. Baby, I don't eat pastries. Okay, I don't eat pastries. I don't do pies. I don't. No, girl, y'all can keep that shit. It's a texture issue. Um, I said, do black people eat apple fritters? Y'all like, yeah, bitch, I do. We eat McDonald's apple pies all the time. I said apple fritter, bitch. We eat them too, okay? All right. Anyway, Burke bring her ass up in there. I said, excuse the fuck out of me, Burke. You just don't fucking listen. And you don't fucking learn. This is the third time that you done been told to stop. And you still going. So, you was Howard C.I. back in the day when you was young. I said, bitch, shut the fuck up. Now, you better be glad Rock got enough sense not to pull a gat out on your fucking ass right there in that goddamn grocery store, okay? Mama walked the fuck away. I said, Rock, don't let this bitch get to you. Don't let her get to you. Meanwhile, Marvin and Laverne pull up on Kenya. I should say Marvin and Jukebox. They pulled up on Kenya. I said, oh, bitch, y'all together. Marvin said, what you not gonna do? You not gonna have, bitch, I fuck my own daughter up before I let another nigga or another person do that shit to her, okay? That's what we not gonna do. And so, he called her ass out. Why the fuck would you do that? I'm just trying to save her soul. I'm trying to do right by her, all this stuff. How the fuck you know what's doing right? She was like, cause she going to hell. We trying to get her into heaven. He was like, what you talking about, heaven and sinning? Wasn't it a sin for you to abandon your child so that you can go follow some basketball dick? I said, oh my God. I had the subtitles up too. I had to rewind to make sure I heard what I heard. I said, oh my God, that is so nasty. Girl, you was out here chasing dick and shit? That's why you was doing that over your kid? That's not the story that we was told. Now, see, the whole time I'm thinking Rock had something to do with this girl leaving. Couldn't have found out, bitch. It was really just Kenya. Kenya just said deuces, okay? Mama said, fuck all this shit. I got dreams, hopes, and aspiration, and a child ain't one of them, okay? Now I want to play mommy, and I want to save her soul. Baby, when Marvin said that shit, she slapped the dog shit out of him. And that said, Miss Jukebox said, Dad. I said, oh, he daddy now? No, he's dad. I said, oh, okay, you taking the little steps. Okay. I see hope for this, And so then she came over there. She was like, Laverne. She was like, nah, bitch. She was like, I'm just trying to get you up in heaven. She was like, heaven is that bullshit that they keep on spilling to you to get you keep on coming back and all this shit. It's all bullshit to a certain extent. The way that they teach it, okay? And I just said... it was just really fucked up. She was like, you need me. She was like, bitch, I don't need you. I don't need you then, and I don't need you now, okay? And mama was crying. I just felt so bad. Laverne had to get that shit off her chest. Juke had to get that shit off her chest. And to be quite honest, I feel as though Juke should have knocked the fuck out of Kenya on that Park Avenue step. Okay, I don't know where they was. They was in Harlem, on that Harlem sidewalk. That's what they should have did. She should have knocked her ass out. First of all, you should have slapped her for slapping your daddy. But then again, no. Because mama needed to slap him for doing what he did. So let that be a payback. And so then you slap her a couple of times for doing what she did. And then you run the fuck off. And you be like, run, let's get up in the car. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. But... mama was standing there looking dumb, crying on the sidewalk. You lost your daughter, you dumb bitch. Okay? And I said, that's what you get. You gotta baby step this shit. I mean, you came on way too goddamn strong. Way too goddamn strong. And little boy, and that was what pissed me off too. The little boy that she went on a date with last week, he was up in that bitch too. I said, you ain't getting no more of them lips. Neither set. You weren't getting the bottom set. You damn sure ain't getting the top set no more either. I said, you done missed that opportunity. And then he dropped her off at the Rock crib, and Marvin wanted to talk to her, but Laverne, a Jukebox was like, no, not today. We can do it another time, but just not today. And it was like, you know what? I get it. But he was like, I get what you tried to do. You know what I'm saying? I understand. And we'll talk later. She was like, yeah. He said, I hit you. And he was like, damn. I don't mean that. I mean, I'll call you. And then she was about to get out the car. I said, bitch, maybe he really was paying attention to anger management because he applying what he learned. He was like, words matter because words mean things. And you had to say the right words. It's tone, it's flexion, it's this, it's that. I said body language. And Laverne couldn't help but, I should say jukebox, she couldn't help but laugh. Okay? And then they fist bumped. And he was like, stupid motherfucker. You saying goddamn hit you? Who would do some stuff like you talking to himself in the third person like he's reprimanding his own self. I said, look at Marvin. And you know what? I know what he did was fucked up. He know what he did was fucked up. But I'm so glad he was there. And I'm glad that he's trying. And I'm glad that Laverne at this point, because she needs somebody. I'm glad they're about to mend this. I am, okay? I know I was a little hard on Marvin because it was fucked up, But after seeing what the mama did, I'm all right. I'm all right. If they was to be cool again, I feel like they put the mama storyline in that this way so that it can work back around for her to be cool with Marvin, make the mama the villain, and make him look not less of the villain in her life. I just feel like that. Once again, the black one, let me stop. I'm not going to go there. But moving on from that, y'all seen that part, and I had forgot to say this. Girl, Ziza was up in that studio with Lou. And she was like, you want to fuck? I said, wait a minute, what? He said, no, I got some other things to do. She said, any other guy would have looked at me and they would have been want to fuck. I said, who the fuck are you? Next thing you know, they heard his the song on the radio. And she was like, now you want to fuck? And he was like, yeah. I said, I was not impressed with that scene. I mean, he was all up in her face or whatever. Let me tell you something. It's something about look me directly in my eyes, bitch. No, look me here. Look me. Anyway, I ain't giving y'all my shit away. Girl, I'm telling you, get you a fucking Capricorn. We will fuck your life up in the best and worst way possible. Moving on from that. Girl, Rock, Lou, Marvin, and Unique out there in New Jersey, and they were like, what the hell Baselli want us to be here for? And Unique was like, ask Marvin. Marvin was like, it ain't got to be about that. He was like, nigga, you know it's about that. It was like, what you talking about? He was like, you ain't been hearing the news? That invasion that happened up in Scarsdale? Rock like, what the fuck they got to do with me? And it was like, bitch, Marvin had to come clean. That was Tony. I was trying to get that motherfucker, that hit out. And the dude that got killed was Marco, his son. Rock said, ain't this about a bitch? I said, yeah. This what we've been trying to tell your ass this whole time. Meanwhile, when, Canaan is trying to leave. He up there talking to Juke because Juke came up in there. And Canaan was pissing me off so bad because I said, if you don't take a handful of them clothes off that shelf instead of going 2 by 2 and walking back and forth and putting it up in that, it was making me mad. I said, come on, what are you doing? So basically, he don't trust Rock. He don't trust her at all. And he's putting the pieces together as the reason why he was like, because Juke was trying to convince him, like, you know that she loves you, because he spent the night at Howard's place. And Howard was like, why didn't you go home? And was like, because Rock is there. I said, wow. Okay. He pissed. And so he about to go stay at Famous. And when Juke said, your mama love you, she was like, he said basically, it's like she does stuff to make me think that she love me. And the way that she do stuff, it's like she'd do a lot of ill shit and say that it's out of love for me. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm realizing that she really had me doing some fucked up shit, and I'm getting the reason why she had me doing it. And it's more fucked up, and it's like, I didn't want to know then. I didn't know then, and I don't even know if I really wanted to know now what the reason is. Because I'm pretty sure he knows, okay? And at this point, I'm just like, damn, Rock. Rock had came up into that bedroom and looked and see that he was gone. I said, yeah, all these secrets and all this shit that you've been doing. Because he said, I thought you said we don't hold no secrets. I said, listen, look who you're talking about. Your mother, all right? Your mother. Nah, girl, I had thought Kanan had already looked at that paper, baby. Kanan sitting over there probably at Famous Place, and he actually looking at the paternity test. And he like, God damn, ain't this about a bitch? My mama was fucking lying to me. I knew I had to get up out this motherfucker. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eyes that baby's pappy. That's what it is. That's what it is. Meanwhile, Rock go to the bowling alley, see Baselli. And let me just tell you, when I say Rock said she ain't finna bow down or lie down or give up anybody for nobody. You niggas and you men don't scare me. That is Rock, and that scares me. It's one thing to be so strong in your stance, but sometimes I don't know. Like, I mean, I get it. You know, we gonna have to save my brother. You're not finna First of all, cut all that small talk about, you know, tennis and bowling. Basically, Baselli said, your brother gotta go. Your brother gotta go. Okay? And to be honest, I know my son was a fuck up, but I could make it a son for a son. But see, your son, he a kid, so I'm gonna let that go. But see, this is your brother. It was like, no, no, no. What's not gonna happen is no one's touching my brother and no one's touching me because this is not our fuck up. This is your son's fuck up. My brother didn't kill your son. He got that done on his own self. And I said, you know what? Technically speaking, correct. But he wouldn't have had to do that if he hadn't went with Marvin or whatever. Okay, or Marvin wouldn't have reached out to him. And he was like, well, if Marvin would have reached out to me, the thing would have got done right. I was like, you weren't going to do that, okay? And, you know, Rock is just being her hardcore self. And he said, what is it about you that you gotta be so tough and act like, what, it's because you up in a man's world or whatever? That's what it is. You gotta be so rough. You gotta be so tough. She said, you just like a typical nigga who think, you know, I'm doing this for them. Bitch, this ain't got shit to do for you. I ain't trying to flex for you. I'm flexing for my goddamn self because this is me. Now, let me just tell you this, okay? Now, like I said before, my son and my brother ain't getting touched. Nobody ain't getting touched. Neither am I getting touched. Condolences to your goddamn family, okay? She got up and he said, condolences to yours too. I said, oh no. And he looked at old boy behind the counter and he said, go ahead. I said, go ahead what? Go ahead what? Baby, he picked up that red phone and I said, oh shit, he putting that hit out. He putting that hit out on Marvin. Meanwhile, they done found Crown's body. The freaking detectives, it look like another police department. I don't know who this detective lady is. You know, she said, listen, bitch, Crown, why they found? I said, Lou, you gonna kill the nigga and you gonna leave all his shit up in bulletproof record card all up in the pocket. I said, bitch, Jesus Christ. Mal's finna come back, okay? Because all they got to do is have a little inkling. And then to look into your goddamn record and look into your family and to know that you in the stuff, okay? I said, God damn it, Lou, fuck. Shit, you and Cartier didn't do a good job with this shit, okay? Meanwhile, Marvin came up on Miss Renee and trying to give her some good news about the fact that, you know, he need a little bit of help, a little bit more help with his daughter because he made a little bit of leeway. They want to go out and all that stuff. And before they could even go out on a goddamn date, here comes Baselli's dude, yo, Marvin. Pop! I said, oh my God! He did it without. I said, Marvin better just be wounded. He better not die. We need him. He's a comic relief. He brings something, a little bit of something to the show. Oh, my God. Anyway, that's how the episode ended. Y'all tell me how y'all felt, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.